I want to take a few seconds at the beginning of this video to tell you about our other channel, The History of Weapons. That link is below. This is a video I never imagined I would be doing. I live in the state of Missouri, born and raised my children here, and so on and so on. And I'm very proud of a lot of the things that our state government has done, one of which is the Missouri Second Amendment Preservation Act. And a lot of times it looks good on paper, and I kind of, as I talked about it even in videos, I thought, well, really curious what this looks like in practice. Will the federal government stand up to it? What will this actually look like? So I was preparing a video on that because the Department of Justice has filed suit against the state of Missouri over the Missouri Second Amendment Preservation Act. So I'm still working on that video. What this is about is, as I had reached out to my Missouri representative, who is the sponsor of that particular bill or that act, called several times, left emails, spoke to people in his office, essentially said, I just have 2 quick questions, 2 quick answers. You can email me, you can call me, whatever you want. Never heard from him. Never heard from him. Call again. Never heard from him. Every time he's busy. He won't, and then finally, somebody in his office said, I've literally given him so many messages. I don't know why he's not calling you back. Now, I want to start by saying, regarding that I get it. I know people are busy. They're doing law stuff. But, the reality is I kind of want to remind you that a few weeks ago, I reached out, right before the Russian Ukrainian war started, I reached out to Russian and Ukrainian representatives. And I got a hold of Russian and Ukrainian representatives. And I don't understand why I can get a hold of, in the middle of a war on the other side of the world, why I could get a hold of Russian and Ukrainian representatives, but I can't get a hold of my own Missouri representative. This is a big problem. And this is a big issue because I kind of have to communicate that in the absence of information, people always assume the worst. Why doesn't a guy call you back for weeks after many, many, many phone calls being an elective servant? My guess is, and again, I'm putting the video together on this lawsuit between the Department of Justice and the state of Missouri with or without him, so that information will just come from me and not him, which he really should speak to it. But in the end, I believe that it is under a severe threat from the Department of Justice, and quite honestly, I don't think he has an answer for me. I don't think they necessarily thought this through, is my guess, because I don't know how you don't answer these questions regarding, really the questions were, are you concerned, and this idea of it impeding, what their lawsuit says is that it impedes law enforcement's ability to do Second Amendment investigations. And my question was, well, isn't that the purpose it was written for? So does that stand? I mean, it looks like it's working, so does that stand? So, those are my only questions. I don't know if they have an answer, would be my guess. I am going to Camdenton here in the next few days. I thought about just stopping by Jefferson City and knocking on the door. And if he still won't talk to me, at least talk to the co-sponsors. So I am putting this video together. I kind of, after weeks of this, I thought it just seems strange that our representatives are so much more difficult to get a hold of than foreign representatives or even foreign adversary representatives. So I kind of wanted to throw this video out to address that and ask you, do you run it? I mean, clearly people reach out to their representatives. Is it just you hitting dead air when you do? Because I'm hitting dead air. And it's been communicated to me that it has been very communicated to him that I'm trying to get these 2 questions answered with just no response. So kind of waited on this video, waited about a week or so, waited about another few days, and finally I just thought, you know what, this doesn't make any sense to me. Does not make any sense to me. If I was just trying to get a hold of them and I didn't get a hold of them, it'd be one thing, but the fact that I just got a hold of the Russian and Ukrainian representatives, so easy to get a hold of them, and yet, what is this? So, love to hear your thoughts and experiences on this. Put it below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel through Patreon. That link is also below. But the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests, so don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.